Adrian, and it's Top 5 Wednesday. This week's Top 5 Wednesday book is Top 5 Road Trip books. I am not going on a road trip. We're not going to talk about that. If you're new to Top 5 Wednesday, I'll leave all the links down in the description box below so you can go check it out and maybe do some Top 5 Wednesday videos of your own because they're fun. I tried to pick a little bit of everything because not everybody's reading style is the same, so I've got some contemporary, I've got some sci-fi, I've got some fantasy, I've got some audiobooks, a little bit of everything for everybody. I've got you covered. First up is a book that I am almost finished with that I absolutely love, and I have a feeling I'm going to read this one again and again and again. And it's a contemporary, and I don't even like contemporary, but that's The Kiss Quotient by Helen Hong. This book is so good. I'm sure you've heard about this one because everybody's talking about it, and it is so worth the hype. This one follows a girl named Stella, and Stella has Asperger's. She has a really tough time because of her autism relating to people, having relationships with people, having conversations with people, having the intimate kind of relationships. And so her mom wants her to have a baby and she wants her to get married, but Stella can't keep a boyfriend to save her life apparently. So she hires Michael. Michael is an escort and she hires him to teach her how to be intimate in the bedroom, and it all goes down from there. Guys, this book was so good and it's so funny. It kills me. I love it. What I love about this book is it's also an own voice, which makes the experience so much better. I never thought that I would find an escort story endearing, but it really is. It's like Eleanor Oliphant, but dirty. I can't stop talking about it. I love this book. You should definitely read this if you're going on a road trip and you have not yet, because it will make you laugh. I haven't finished it yet, so I don't know if it's going to make me cry. I hope not, but I love it. Next up is another contemporary, and that's Big Little Lies by Lainey Moriarty. This one is a slightly bigger book. When I go on road trips personally, I'd rather bring a couple big books rather than a bunch of small books. I'd like to bring at least 2 or 3 so I do have some options, but I don't want to bring like 8 or 9 books because I just don't have time to deal with that. And if I bring a smaller amount of books, then it forces me to read books that I maybe necessarily wouldn't have picked up. So Big Little Lies is about 500 pages, and it is a story, a murder mystery that takes place amongst kindergarten moms, which in itself is really awesome. So you're trying to figure out who died and who did it, and it was really good. I really liked this one. I flew through it. It was cute. It was scandalous. It wasn't what you would expect from a kindergarten mom, because I had a kindergartner myself when I read this book, and I really love it. I recommend it for a road trip. Obviously, it's in the list. Number 3 is an audiobook, or audiobook series actually, that I really recommend. They are fantastic books. They're quick books, but audiobooks are great for road trips because you don't have to read. You can listen. So if you're the driver, you can listen to an audiobook, or if you're driving with someone else who likes the same style as you guys can listen to it together. If you're not driving, you can put in your headphones and listen to audiobooks. I don't recommend driving with headphones in. That's not safe. But anyway, the book series that I'm talking about is The Themis Files by Soleil Nouvelle. The Themis Files consists of sleeping giants, waking gods, and only human. I've read the first 2 books so far. I'm reading the 3rd one next month. I really love them. They're fast-paced. They're done with a full cast, so they make entertaining audiobooks. This one is about a girl who falls into this giant hand. 17 years later, she is a scientist and she wants to find all the parts to this giant robot that comes from outer space. The first book follows the story of them building this robot and the consequences that it has. It's told through a bunch of interview files and journal entries. It's sort of comparable to Illuminate, but not. Illuminate is more visually oriented. This one is just a bunch of dialogues, which is why I recommend the audiobook. You could do audiobook and reading along with the book, which is what I did, but the audiobooks I found much better than the actual book itself. It just makes for a more immersive experience. So those books you should give a go if you're going on a road trip. Keeping in with the science fiction theme is another book that I flew through, and that's Dark Matter by Blake Crouch. Most everybody's read this book, but if you have not, and if you don't like particularly science fiction books, I still would recommend you read this one. It's sort of like a science fiction thriller. It is so good. This one follows a man named Jason Denson, and he's kidnapped, and he wakes up in a place where nobody knows him for who he is. His family's not his family, and he's trying to figure out what's going on. Did somebody play like this giant prank on him, or like what happened? And you go down some twists and turns. It's so good. I loved it. It was one of my favorite books of last year. It's not an incredibly short book. It's not an incredibly long book. It is a book that you can read in a sitting or 2. It is so good. And lastly, like I said before, is a type of book that I like to bring. I like to bring the really big chunkers on road trips. So I am recommending the Black Prism by Brent Weeks. This is the first book in the Lightbringer series. I tried not to recommend too many series because series if you only bring one book, you're really dying for the next one, and you kind of just want to jump into the next one, especially when you're on vacation. But this one ended quite nicely, so it's like you want to know what happens next, but it's not a cliffhanger. I did a whole spoiler-free review on this one, so if you want to know more information about this one, go check that out. But this is a fantasy series that takes place in a world where magic is controlled by light. Different colors of light spectrum allow you to possess different kinds of powers, and each person, depending on how many colors they can control different sorts of magic. It was really good. I enjoyed it. It was very political. It was very intriguing. There was a lot of plot twists in this book that I didn't see coming, which made for a really entertaining read. Great for a road trip. Alright guys, that wraps it up for this Top 5 Wednesday video. Let me know if you're going on a road trip and where you're going and what you're bringing, because I need to live out your vacations because I don't get to go on one this year, and it's very sad. If you enjoyed this video, give it a big thumbs up. If you have not yet, I would love for you to subscribe. Thanks for watching, and see you next time. Bye.